Indy Mogul.
Starting next month, the industry and audiences will be abuzz about the Golden Globes and the Academy Awards. But here on Movie Math, we're interested in a different type of gold, box office gold. Who were the big winners of 2009? Let's crunch some numbers as we take a look at the top 10 box office hits of the year. Coming in at number 10 is Night at the Museum, Battle of the Smithsonian, discovering $177 million. This sequel wasn't as lively as the 2006 original, but it was yet another notch on Ben Stiller's belt and gave him another banner year after his success in 2008. Monkey See and Monkey Ka-Ching. Clawing its way to number 9 is X-Men Origins Wolverine with $179 million. After Brett Ratner ticked off fans with X-Men The Last Stand, many were nervous about yet another non-Bryan Singer X-Men movie. But Hugh Jackman's got nothing else in his feature film bag, so he made it anyway, and audiences showed up. While X-Men Origins Wolverine only bested the original film's box office, it's still good enough to warrant a sequel which will take place in Japan. Hello, international dollars. And psst, Bryan Singer might be returning for X-Men 4. Why does everyone want to make a computer-animated movie? Because they're money in the bank, as at number 8 we have one of 3 computer-animated films that cracked this year's top 10. Ice Age: Dawn of the Dinosaurs, which grossed $196 million, shows that while the Ice Age didn't last, this franchise will. Debuting in 2002, this is the most successful installment of the series to date. But with critical and audience responses waning, perhaps the series' creative core is melting. And at number 7 is another computer-animated movie. Monsters vs. Aliens reached a towering $198 million at the box office, giving DreamWorks Animation another possible franchise to go along with mega hits Shrek, Madagascar, and Kung Fu Panda. But as if computer animation weren't enough of a draw, this movie, in Ice Age: Dawn of the Dinosaurs, has proved that 3D animation brings it to the next level, both in terms of appeal to audiences and the box office. Beaming in at number 6 is Star Trek. J.J. Abrams' reboot of the legendary franchise boldly went where no Star Trek movie has gone before, $257 million. That's more than double the gross of the previous record holder, 1986's Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home. While many fans would have loved to see Star Trek atop this year's box office, thanks to the expanded nominations for the Best Picture Oscar, it might just be the first sci-fi film ever to get the honor. Not a bad consolation prize. Brace yourselves, as number 5 is the Twilight Saga: New Moon with $267 million. In fact, by the time you watch this, it might have moved up even higher on the chart. Never have audiences been so divided over a film. Many believe that New Moon deserves to break box office record after box office record, while others feel the film is an insult to the medium. But Hollywood is a business where audiences vote with their dollars, and New Moon has been declared the victor by a landslide. Get ready for the hoopla to start all over again in June when Eclipse hits theaters and IMAX for the first time. Waking up at number 4 is The Hangover, which cashed in at $277 million. This sleeper hit put old school director Todd Phillips back at the front of the comedy pack, made Ed Helms a bankable movie star, and Zach Galifianakis a household name. The Hangover is the 3rd most successful rated R movie of all time, and a sequel is being fast-tracked for 2011. Looks like Vegas has a new Brat Pack. Ooh, we're getting close. Rising to number 3 is yet another computer-animated movie, Up, with $293 million. Leave it to Pixar to successfully sell a movie about an elderly man mourning the death of his wife, as a family movie no less. Pixar's movies get more sophisticated every year and more profitable as well. Up is Pixar's 2nd most successful film to date, but if you think that is impressive, wait until Toy Story 3 hits theaters in June, just a week and a half before Eclipse. And The Last Airbender. The box office is a veritable gladiator arena. And runner-up at number 2 is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince with $301 million. Every entry in this wizard franchise is placed in the top 5 of the yearly box office, with the exception of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, which placed 6th. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince is the 2nd most successful Harry Potter film so far, and worldwide has made almost $1 billion. But then all the Harry Potter movies make close to $1 billion, and there are just 2 more films to go. Or will Warner Brothers really put an $8 billion franchise to bed? The most successful movie of 2009 is Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen with $402 million. The hate for this movie seems trite now that we've experienced the New Moon hate, but when Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen first came out, audiences were not happy, although you never know it from the ticket sales. Making almost $100 million more than its predecessor, the success of this movie has sparked a new trend in toy movies. G.I. Joe hit theaters in August, while Battleship, Barbie, Monopoly, and Candyland are all being developed by Hollywood. And those are the top 10 movies of 2009. As for the best movies of 2009, I asked you to vote, and I'll have the results right after the break. Weeks ago, I asked BTT viewers to pick their top 10 movies of 2009 and tallied the results, which just might surprise you. Coming in at number 10 is Coraline, Henry Selick's stop-motion 3D opus. Number 9 is Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen, which audiences didn't seem to love as much as they'd hoped. Zack Snyder can take heart that Watchmen made number 8, even if it didn't equal 300's box office damage. Number 7 goes to Zombieland, proving that it doesn't take a huge special effects budget to wow audiences. At number 6 is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, which is still pleasing audiences even though they leave out so much of the books. Number 5 is The Hangover, which makes sense as repeat business was a large part of the movie's success. And number 4 is Inglourious Basterds, my personal favorite movie of the year, which I'm glad to see many of you also enjoyed. Number 3, Up, because adults are as excited for the next Pixar movie as kids are. The number 2 movie is Star Trek, and J.J. Abrams can be proud that he met our incredibly high expectations. And the number 1 movie of 2009, voted on by BTT's viewers, is District 9. Yeah, Hollywood, we picked the apartheid movie, proving once more that audiences are a whole lot smarter than you think. Want to see the whole list? Go to this link to see how all your favorite films of 2009 fared with voters. And while it's not quite over yet, I'd like to thank you for one heck of a year at the movies, and I hope you'll join me for all the movies of 2010, plus extensive BTT Oscar coverage. I'm Grace Randolph, and I can't wait to go beyond the trailer with you.
Subscribe, comment, rate it.